Good afternoon, brothers and sisters. It will technically be morning by the time you see this, so good morning, dearest brothers and sisters. I got to share another amazing moment that I got to spend with a dear brother of mine. God is really, really amazing, you guys. And you've heard me say this before, but when you love somebody, you constantly want to let them know that you love them all the time. And Jesus is no different, you guys. Leaving you little love letters, little love notes everywhere all the time. You just have to open your eyes and look around you, and all of these little things that happen to you are little love notes from Jesus telling you that he loves you, he misses you, he can't wait to see you, whatever the case may be. And today is no different, you guys. And so I got a brother of mine. I'll give you a little background. We went to high school together. We heavily got into the drug scene. And my rock bottom was with this guy, for sure. And if you guys have had a chance to check out my testimony, you'd get an understanding of that. But I hit rock bottom, and I'm a firm believer you have to hit rock bottom so that you can find where that foundation is, you guys. If you've built a house and it's built on lies, it's built on sand, it's going to crumble the first opportunity that there's a storm. And that is the truth, you guys. And so finally, when you start building your house on a solid foundation, then you can build up. But me and this friend of mine, his name is Jay, and I love you, brother. If you have a chance to see this, he was the first human being to ever actually stop and listen to me while I was trying to share the gospel. And although I did it under the wrong pretenses, and it was usually intoxicated or drug fueled, it's all part of the journey, you guys. It was all part of getting out of the darkness. And so he was the first one to actually listen to me and not think I was crazy when I started seeing the world for what it was. Everybody else was, I was known as the crazy UFO or alien guy, because that's kind of how I started. And so praise God, he gave me a little piece of normality, or whatever that means, but made me understand that I wasn't alone, because there was actually someone else out there that felt and saw the same things as I did. And so he decided to quit his job and move off grid, and you've heard me talk about him and his wife and his boy, and God bless all three of them. And so when he comes into town where he gets reception, he'll call me, and whether I'm at work or at home or whatever the case may be, I have to answer that phone call, because I don't have there's not a great window that I can use to actually talk to him. And so we're talking today. He called me at work, and it was just while I was on my lunch. So God is amazing, you guys. And so we're talking away, and we're talking about the shot and eventually where it's all going to lead and how it's going to go. And he's got very, very chronic asthma. And so he was talking about how eventually you won't be able to even go get a doctor's appointment to get a refill or whatever the case may be without being able to prove you know what I want to say there. So while we're literally having this conversation, you guys, a lady comes and knocks on his window, and I'm on speakerphone through his vehicle, Bluetooth. A lady comes, knocks on his window, so I hear him say to me, hold on a second. He rolls down his window, and she had a very strong accent, and she's an older lady, husband's 80 years old, and she asked him if he would help her put up 9 sheets of drywall at her house around the corner. And now my brother works with his hands, although he could do anything. He's one of those guys that was very good with his mouth, a good salesperson, just complete joy and fun to be around. And father had it so that he ends up working with his hands to make his living in the end, which was amazing. It was a blessing, because here he is now building his home off grid and has experience now in building large condos. And so he must have had some equipment in the back of his truck, because that was probably what attracted this woman. And so this lady came over, knocked on his window, asked him if he would help her come around her place and put up 9 sheets of drywall. And my brother didn't even hesitate, brothers and sisters. He said yes. And I'm listening to this whole conversation as it's happening. And lo and behold, she explains, that she's new to the town that's right by the place where he's building, and he explains that he is also. And then she proceeds to tell him that she's an ex-pharmacist. Brothers and sisters, we were just talking about how he would have a tough time trying to find ventilators or puffers for his asthma. And here comes this lady and knocks on his window, and she's an ex-pharmacist, and that she needs help. And so he called me 2 hours after he let me go from that conversation to tell me that he went over to her house, put up these sheets of drywall. She gave them some food. They broke bread together. She offered him $100 for his work. He said absolutely not. She said to him, I know you're trying to build your place, and I can tell that you need a little bit of help, and I want to give you a help. She told him that she's a Christian. They started talking about the gospel. She has the exact same views as we do. And they just became friends. He called me back in such awe of the Lord, brothers and sisters, that I wanted to share it here with you today. Those moments are love letters from Jesus Christ, telling you, I'm with you, always. You and your brother are talking on the phone about me and where you're going to find help, and here I am. I send somebody right to your window. And now I'm not condoning the pharmaceuticals. That's not what I'm saying at all, because him and I actually had a conversation that, you know what, ultimate true faith will be you to stop taking your puffer and knowing that it's in God's hands and that he'll take care of you. And so I just wanted to share with you guys how perfect God is, and all of these little moments that he wants to share with us to show us that he's there and that he loves us. And that if we just believe, you guys, all we have to do is believe, and he will send somebody to your window to help you. So I pray one of you got something from this today, because it hit my soul very, very deep. It was the exact spiritual boost that my brother needed, because he was starting to panic and worry a little bit that things weren't going his way. And there's Jesus, sends one of his angels down to knock on my brother's window to say it's okay. And this is the faith we need, you guys. We need to know that there are angels everywhere, and that Jesus Christ will always be there to help us in our time of need, whatever that looks like, you guys. And I just wanted to share this example with you today so that you could have a glimpse of it with me. So either way, at the very least, I pray I put a smile on your face, because it did for me, and I love you all more than you'll ever know. So I wanted to share it with you as well. So again, have yourselves a great day, a blessed day. Praise Jesus Christ. And yes, Father willing, I'll do another one as soon as I can. Take care, you guys. I love you.